Okay, I can't breathe in this thing. So you may be wondering why I'm wearing a Star-Lord video when it's a Batman Day video. I had the idea with my company to do a Batman Day themed thing given the whole event. And my company, in their infinite sort of quest to be politically correct, said, oh, we don't want to discriminate against the other superheroes, so we're going to do Superhero Day. So not only Batman Day, Superhero Day, and you can come as anybody you want, so I chose good old Peter Quill to be my character. So I just wanted to share that little funny story with you. But speaking of Batman Day, it was a fun day. I played a lot of my Arkham Knight PS4 game. I got a little bit far on there, but I'm having trouble with the Poison Ivy level, but that's another story. I did get the free Batman Day comic, Batman Endgame Special Edition. I know a lot of other people went around to some other stores and got some of the others, you know, Hot Topic and GameStop. The only other one that I got was from Barnes & Noble. I think this is a pretty cool cover, actually. I really like it, especially the silhouette in the background, the shadow, and they gave this cool, you know, graphic of a tech suit for Batman, so I thought that was really cool. So I got those two things, and the people at Barnes & Noble are pretty cool, so I was happy to stop in there and say hi to them. And then at my shop, I got a couple things. Only a couple of them really are related to Batman, so I'll show you those. The first is this Harley Quinn number 9. Haven't really delved too deep into the story on this, but I've been really liking the covers, the regular covers and the variant covers, so definitely wanted to pick this one up. I thought that was pretty cool, just getting put there in handcuffs. So hopefully that'll be a good story, but I really like to kind of build the whole run before I start reading it out of order. I know some things you can do that with, but I kind of like to build the whole thing and then read it all the way through if I'm collecting the single issue. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. The next one I got is a Bombshell variant for New Suicide Squad. Again, I haven't really started reading the story on this, but I like the cover again. I liked a lot of these Bombshell variant covers, and this one's no exception. It's like an old 1940s storefront sort of look to it, so pretty cool there. And the next one I got, first I want to give a shout out to Now's the Time For and to 74 Screw Gun. Thanks for the suggestions. I did read Saga, The Trade, and I really liked it. It was a good story, good sort of galactic space opera type story. And I'd like to use the word refreshing, but that would kind of imply that I'm sick of something else, which would be the superhero genre. That's by any means not the case. What I mean by that is it's nice to kind of read some of these stories that aren't necessarily in that superhero genre. So I think that one definitely fit the bill, and this one as well, which was really cool. I found number 1 and I really liked it, so I'm gonna go look for 2 and 3 pretty soon. This is what I'm definitely gonna stick with. If you like that type of a story, a graphic novel, a graphic comic, but not necessarily in a superhero genre, Image seems to be where it's at with that, so this is no exception. It was a really cool story. Good artwork too, so what's his name? Brian K. Vaughan. Definitely want to help him out with buying some of his material. And good stories, good art, good overall plot development there. I got this. This is from 2012, I believe. It's Marvel Point One. Nothing too special about it, too expensive. It was the first appearance of Sam Alexander, which is one of the new Nova, and I understand he's going to be part of the all new, all different Marvel universe when that comes up shortly. That's really cheap, and there's another all new, all different Point One coming out soon, so it'll actually be, I think, the third one of those. So I got this first appearance of Sam Alexander, and there's a couple other cool short stories in it as well, so got that there. Yeah, 2012, I wrote it on the back. See, I outsmarted myself. This finishes my run 1 through 45 of Volume 4 of Deadpool. Finally got that. I'm super happy to have this. I've been looking around for it for a while. It was either never available or at a price I wasn't willing to pay. So I found it in good condition. There's a couple little dings on it here and there. I'd put it probably in the VF, I don't know, solid VF, not a plus or minus range. But definitely happy to have this, and that completes my run for the last one, the Duggan one. I got the PX Retailer Summit from Baltimore, number 2. That means I have all the variant covers now for number 2. And I'm missing one for number 1 that Jellia Skylander actually got. That was the Cincinnati Comic Con one. So I don't have that one, but the one I do have is, now I'm skipping ahead here, I wasn't going to do this, but it makes sense to have it follow that. This is the Alamo City Comic Con variant. This was exclusive to their convention. Thought it was really cool. You got Punisher here, and then Deadpool's over here stealing the Infinity Gauntlet right out of Deadpool, always busy trying to order some really tasty chimichangas. I'm not sure how good of a cook Punisher is, but I know he's been in Hell's Kitchen quite a bit, so maybe that's helped out. So there's that one. Back to the order I was trying to go in before I jumped ahead. You saw my last video, I did get a Star Wars Shattered Empire number 1, which is the hyperspace variant. Awesome story, highly recommend that. So figured I'd get a couple other covers that I thought were nice, and this was happened to be available. You know, the reason I kind of went away from getting more Batman-centric items on Batman Day was because when I got to the store, there wasn't too much of it left. In fact, one of the entire walls where they have a lot of new stuff was pretty much wiped out. So I got some other things that, while they weren't Batman, things that I really wanted and was happy to get. So this is the PX variant for Star Wars Shattered Empire, Journey to Star Wars The Force Awakens. So there's that cover, and then a little bit later on, when I was going to look for a case for a phone I just got, at GameStop, which is right next door, they had their own cover. And excuse me if there's a glare on it. Poly bag that's got a backing in it. And it's another neat cover. We got, there, you can see better. Good cover, they only had one left. No, that's a lie. They had a few left, but all the bags were torn open. And these I kind of like to, especially if I have the regular cover, keep them in the poly bag and not torn open. So I have that. Beauty number 2. Awesome story. I think you all know about the history, not the history, but how the story started and kind of what's developed and some of the twists there. So definitely really cool. And I really want to get that. There's a number 1 that I've been seeing in a couple other haul videos that I really want to get eventually. Just like the stunning visual with the lady's face and the eyes glowing. And, but this is a cool cover too. Just neat. So haven't read it, but if it's anything like some of the other Image books that I've been reading of late, it should be fantastic. And there's some good reviews on the back. This one is a bit older. It's from 1987. I got this for like $4, and it's actually something that I've been wanting for quite a bit. One of the first books I ever got was West Coast Avengers Annual number 2, and that was when I was like 5 years old, and that kind of just captivated me and started me on this whole journey of collecting and reading these stories and these characters. And I didn't know at the time, but I was actually a part of, you know, before Secret Wars and everything, there was Contest of Champions, and that was a 3-part series. That was fun to read. I got that probably last year, and that was cool. The continuation for that was West Coast Annuals number 2, which was that first book I ever got. And in the back, and finally noticed it, it does continue, and that would to this one. Avengers Annual 16. So finally got that, finally read it, and I was finally able to complete and conclude that original Contest of Champions story. So I was super glad to get that, and it's a really cool cover. Some of these people, it takes place in space. I really don't know how they're able to be in space without a spacesuit or a way to breathe or not die a horrible death in space, but you know, they're superheroes, so there you go. But just overall, really cool cover. I like these galactic, you know, space adventures, so a lot of cool characters on there. So if you haven't read Contest of Champions, it's worth checking out, especially because the price on them is not very expensive right now. So a couple variants here. I already showed you one of them. This is Danger Girl #1. It's a Yesteryear exclusive variant for Yesteryear comics. This art is by Jamie Tyndall, who's an independent artist from Canada who actually does the penciling and the inking and the coloring for most of his art. He's mostly famous for the work he's done with Zenescope. So, but this he recently did for IDW and specifically for this Danger Girl cover. So I thought it was really awesome. I like Danger Girl and Abby Chase. That would be a pretty badass movie if you ask me. But pick that up. And then the final one I got, this is Stan Lee Collectibles exclusive. It is a sketch variant cover for Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #2. And it's the one with Mary Jane and Peter on the couch, and then you got Felicia up there kind of prowling along like a cat in the background. So thought that was a really nice cover. And then of course you got your little Stan Lee little plush character there on the background. So that is it. Not too much for my haul today. I'm trying to keep it a little quick. I'm probably gonna skip a haul video this week because I don't have much coming out. In fact, my store closed, so my pull list got canceled. I had to go somewhere else. I'm trying the online thing. If you guys think that's a good idea, definitely let me know, or what you recommend I should do if, say, your store closes or you don't have one close by. I know there's a couple places like DCBS, but I went with Midtown Comics because it's not the deepest discounts I found, but I thought that selecting what I wanted and setting up the subscription list was pretty much the easiest, the simplest, and most straightforward. So I went with that and try it out, see how it is. So I only had honestly a couple things on my pull list for the week, but what I'll do is maybe I actually have a convention I'm going to next Saturday, so I'll probably maybe try to pick those things up there instead. And then kind of roll that into a comic convention haul video that I might do next weekend, or I'll probably be way too tired, so it may be earlier next week when I do that one. That's it. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm going to keep this brief. If you like what you saw, you know there's always the like button. Thanks to my new subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thanks for my my people watching. You know, feel free to join my channel anytime you want. Ask me questions down below, and I'd be happy to interact with you. I did want to say, you know, some people wonder why I have Captain Stacy in my name. That is my name on a couple of the websites that I go to. I'm not affiliated with them, but shout out to Comic Book Resources. Awesome, thriving community there, good forum. There's one if you like Deadpool, DeadpoolBugle.com. Shout out to them. Comicbook.com as well. And then Rich over at Bleeding Cool is another good one. I get a lot of good news from there. So wanted to say thanks to all my new YouTube community friends. Looking forward to some of your videos, and thanks again. Thanks for watching, and until next time, enjoy reading. Happy hunting.